changed, not from hearing a talk, and not from hearing inspirational words, and not from being proved that there was a God, just by simply eating the food in the house of this tzaddik. All of a sudden he changed. The holiness that was in the food. And it's not that I'm saying it's something like magic or it's something like strange ways. It's I would say, it's the emunah. And it's the feeling, the strong feeling that he's worshiping Hashem with giving Yidden food. So that brought kedusha in the food that was in their house. And somebody who ate it, he just couldn't continue eating tray for food. It wasn't possible anymore. And that's the cause of tzaddik. But what does it have to do with us?
Rabbi Caplan.
What?
I heard a friend of yours went to the kever of Rabbi Yeshaya lately.
What?
I heard a friend of yours went to his kever a little while ago.
Oh, so a friend of mine was just there at his kever a few weeks ago. And he was there for one day, and then he came back. Interesting is that this friend just made a chasna. And I was there. I was at the chasna because he's a friend. You know, for a friend, you make a trip, you make an effort. You don't. A friend is not just somebody that you take from him. You eat by him. A friend, you make an effort to be mishtatev in his simcha, to show that I feel with you. And that's the whole friendship is based on taking food from him. But Baruch Hashem, I'm not like that. So I made the effort to go to the chasna. And he called me up yesterday, this friend, and he asked me if I want to come to the last Sheva Brachos, an hour before the Shkia. The last Mama Shas Neila. We call it Shemer, it's called Shas Neila. I went to the Sheva and he gave wine and totally Benu Bayayin when we were getting high from drinking the wine. So there's this friend of mine said that to make the chasna, he made a few phone calls and money came in. And he said, look how Hashem is good to me. This is what he said at the last Sheva Brachos. Look how good Hashem was to me. I just made a few phone calls and money came. And look at me, look where I'm lonely, and I'm still complaining, and I'm still worrying, what'll be further. I see with my eyes, Hashem helped me, and Hashem was with me, and I'm still worried about what'll be further. And I was just thinking, maybe it was in this because of Rabbi Yeshaya that he was at his kever, and they said tzaddikim of that time. And by the way, Rabbi Yeshaya was nifted in the 1920s. What exactly is Tofresh Pei? What is it?
1925.
Oh, he was nifted in 1925. Tzaddikim of that time said that he had to keep the Parosa. He was like the Merkava, the one that brought down, that opened up the pipe that sends down Parosa to the world. Because after he was nifted, the Parosa became very hard, very difficult. In Hungary, maybe in Hungary it was, I imagine that in other countries it was even harder. So maybe it wasn't this because he went to the cave of Rabbi Yeshaya. Even though we don't have to think that we're connected to some people now, they think they have a tzaddik just by paying lip service to a certain tzaddik. But we really, a lot of us don't have any connection to a real tzaddik. But what we can do is we can connect to our own nekuda of tzaddik. I once heard this from Rabbi Steiner, that he said that looking for the tzaddik also means looking for the tzaddik within ourselves. many of us, and I'm one of them, they keep thinking of or focusing or obsessing on the bad inside of us, on the failure inside of us, not believing in ourselves. But there's always, even if we did have errors, and even if we made mistakes, but there's always the nikud of tzaddik inside of us that never gets contaminated. And we have to just remind ourselves that we have this nekuda within ourselves. We have this pure cause. We are neshamas. We're not goofing. What we really are is neshama. Interesting thing, the Rebbe yeshaya, he used to use a language sometimes. Yeshaya says, he would sometimes say. And even once that he said, Yeshaya gave a look, gave a glance in heaven what's going on. He said it to his second wife right before he married her, or at the chasna. He said, Yeshaya gave a glance in heaven, and he saw a person that is all, the only mitzvah that he did was that he gave food to travelers on the way. He's an innkeeper, and he gave fresh challahs to every Jew that came by. And he was Chatel Lamabra for that. And on the other hand, there was a Talmud Chacham that he thought about COVID, and he didn't learn Lishma, and he wasn't such a big Lamabra like the innkeeper. Yeshaya saw that in heaven. That's how he thought. I was thinking maybe he used that language because, I mean, you have to. It sounds like it's just a way of talking. It's just to be cute, to be funny, to be interesting, to make it sound nice. But you see, if he had such a koach in his dibur, they're just saying, by the way, maybe when the mice can't go eat across the street, so all the mice marched out and made a parade across the street. So it's for nothing that he used this language, yeshaya says, I would say, because tzaddikim like that, they see themselves as a neshama. That means when they say me, they mean the neshama. Actually, all of us really mean that, but we're not aware of it. When they say me, they mean the neshama. And when they want to talk about what they did, which means what they goof did, so that's an additional part of myself. The real me is the neshama, and the additional levush that was dressed on the neshama is the goof. The goof's name is Yeshaya. So he said, Yeshaya says. Of course, you can ask me if the name is a very high thing, and the name is connected to the neshama also. True. But when he said that was his kavanah. But when he used that kind of talk, that's what he meant. But the truth is, in this we can imitate. In this we could be like the tzaddik. Try to look at ourselves as neshamas. Remind ourselves, what am I? I'm a neshama. I'm not a goof. Why should I sit and think and obsess about what this one said and what that one said, or how they look at me and how they think about me? The neshama is not interested in all these things. And that's the real me, is the neshama, so why should I obsess about small things that have to do with the goof? With that, we can connect to the nekuda tzaddik that's within us. And we could, in a certain bechina, be similar to these kind of tzaddikim like Rabbi Yeshaya. And we could also, through that, be zocher to certain atzlacha, certain greatness. And Shem should help all of us that we should be zocher to find the tzaddik within us, and be zocher to, through that, to worship Hashem the way we're supposed to.
Amen, amen. Thank you, Rabbi Kaplan.